Here we are up in northern Wisconsin in the middle of summer, and some of the lakes that I kind of grew up fishing, and so did you. This week I'm with Nick Schertz, kind of explain what we're going to be looking for in some of these lakes up here.
You know, today I think with the way the summer's been going, the water temp's still pretty cool. We're still in the upper 60s. So these fish are just transitioning from some of that deeper breaks outside the weed edge to those deeper rocks. And we're going to bounce around, look at some structure, and see what we can find. Well,
it's going to be fun. I know that. We got beautiful weather, and we're going to throw everything we got at them. We're going to probably mix it up with some artificial, some glide bait, some live bait, and probably throw in a few drop shots, just kind of see what the fish want to eat at that given time. And all I know is it's going to be fun. So
it's a beautiful day to go fishing.
Yeah.
Let's go see what we can find.
Let's go get the next bite. What do you think?
Sounds great, bud.
All right.
Just looking for the next bite, next bite, just looking for the next bite.
Northern Wisconsin is loaded with incredible fisheries. Unfortunately, it's not well known to be a trophy fish destination, but the chances of catching big walleyes is a possibility.
The little guy.
Okay.
Little start.
Little piece of rubber, looks like a minnow and a walleye.
Still haven't found the big ones today, but yeah, nice representative little fish. I think we can do better.
Yeah, we can do better, but I think we found some though.
Yeah.
These are, they're schooled up pretty good on this deep rock. So
yeah, these ones seem to behave a little bit better.
Keep pounding at them and see if we can't catch them.
With the right techniques, you can catch a ton of eater-sized fish. And in past shows with Gary and Chase, they've proven that big walleyes do exist.
All right, folks, today we're up in northern Wisconsin in my neck of the woods, and I'm gonna take Jason out on some deep, clear Wisconsin water, and we're gonna see if we can put some big walleyes in the boat. It's probably first week of July. We're looking at water temps 68 to 70 degrees. It's just starting to push these fish from shallow out onto the deeper edges. We're gonna look at some deep weed edges today. We're gonna probably swing some points, look at some deep flat points with some gravel on them, and then we'll probably start working our way to see if there's any fish holding yet in their early summer haunts on some of the deep boulders. These deep clear lakes are usually a little bit tougher of a day bite, so you gotta think that these fish are gonna be following the bait fish around and not necessarily feeding real heavy during the middle of the day. So we're gonna probably be going after these fish with a little bit of bait if they're negative, and then we're also gonna be trying some glide baits and some jerk baits and some fluke style baits, trying to get a reaction bite. Clear, sunny, calm weather. Not always the easiest to catch them in, but it should be easy to find them today. We should be able to look around with the forward facing and find some good pods of fish, and then we'll see if we can make them bite today. Let's see what happens.
That's a nice one.
Oh yeah, beauty.
All right. That's what we're after, right, Nicky?
Yeah, that is a dandy.
I like those. That's what we deal with in northern Wisconsin, is like up here, these are good fish. Like this is like a 8-pounder on Green Bay, literally. Nice 20 inchers, and
beautiful gold color.
They're gorgeous. Clear water, middle of summer. We love fishing for these things. You know, that one I had to finesse a little bit. He was swimming around in 3 big boulders and finally just threw a jig and a crawler at him, and there he is. Beauty.
Nice work.
I'll take it.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Schaefer's Specialized Lubricant. Putting equipment first. Nitro Boats. Performance Fishing Boats. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Berkeley. Your fish, our science. And Power Pole. Total Boat Control.
Next bite.
Closed captioning for the next bite is provided by Whitewater, built to brave the waves. A very interesting part about fishing northern Wisconsin lakes is how diverse the structure can be that the fish are living on.
Yeah, you know, we started getting into those weeds just to give it a check. And, you know, whenever you get by those weeds, it's hard to fish a bait like any kind of a glide bait with a treble hook on the bottom. So I went to a
That's what you're using.
Just a little Berkeley gulp minnow on a...
Because of that diversity, you can't expect to fish only one technique out on the water.
So the 3 techniques we're using out here on these clear bodies of water to catch giant walleyes. Number 1 is going to be a jig and a plastic combo. What I'm going to do is target weed walleyes with the jig and plastic because it only has a single hook. For sure you're going to want to use around weeds. As far as the line goes on these, 10-pound braid and something probably an 8 or 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, but the key with the leader is to keep it long. We're in super clear water. I usually tie them 8 to 10 feet long so the fish aren't line shy, and you can catch more of them with that. As we progress off into the deeper water and the gravel bars and points and the boulder piles, that kind of thing, we immediately switch to some type of glide bait like a shiver minnow. Or the key is to get the school fired up. These fish are not all aggressive. Summertime haunts, they just kind of hang out and do their thing, but once you get one fish to commit, you can get the whole school fired up with a shiver minnow. Now if that doesn't work for you, we do what we did today. You just get into that school that doesn't want to eat. That's the time to go old school. We just tie on a little 1/4 ounce, maybe 3/16 ounce black jig head, keeping a natural color. Tip it with a leech or crawler, and now it's just basically find that fish with forward facing sonar, let it sink down nice and slow right in his face. He follows it to the bottom. We slowly pull it across the bottom. So those are the 3 setups we use today to catch all these walleyes, and it's really all you need to catch them in the summertime.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nice and heavy.
That one sounds pretty good.
This one's got some weight, but he's big.
Feel like a pretty decent one.
I'm telling you, this is a big one.
There is some giants in this lake.
Let's switch sides. He's not
Keep
happy.
him out of the trolling motor. That one seems a little angry.
He's just heavy. Hard to get up.
I saw those 2 marks out there and you landed right on them, and that one was a giant. Oh my gosh, look at that fish. That is a dinosaur. Is that cool? Oh my God. Look how far down you can see those fish, Jason. That is awesome.
Look at the size of that.
Just a monster. Here we go.
There we go.
Nice and easy.
There we go.
Look at that.
Dude,
Look at that fish.
come on.
Are you kidding me?
Come on. Look at the mouth on these things.
Go land there.
And the top of the mouth.
Perfect.
Unreal.
What a dandy.
I mean, Nick, come on.
Beautiful. What a fish, huh?
These things are so big and heavy, and well, he's not super heavy, but he's just long.
Thick, he's thick across the back. They're not. That's not a real deep one, but boy,
Look at
he's thick
these
across
fish.
the back. Just beautiful gold.
Come on.
Is it so cool when you see him coming from like 10 feet under like that, and he's just shaking
The
down there?
mouth's just
Wow,
going,
it's just. I can't get enough of that.
It's so fun.
What a beautiful fish.
Oh my God. I just want to keep catching these.
Nice
It's
work.
so fun. We're gonna let her go, buddy.
Total Control, presented by Power Pole. 20 years of trust evolved from Total Boat Control.
You know what, I love extending my fishing season late into the fall, but there's a couple of really important things that you need to do in order to maintain and protect your boat. And Schaefer gives us 3 products that I use religiously to protect my investment. Number 1 is the 219 waterproof grease. I use that to hit all the grease zerks, keep my steering system greased up, any other lubrication point that's going to call for grease. Next up is the Penetro 90 product. What I use this for is covering any exposed metal, whether it's my tie downs, my boat buckles, my winch, my coupler, anything that has exposed metal that road salt could damage. I'm going to use this to not only clean it, but also protect it. The next product is the Citrol, and this is a little secret tip that I can give you to extend the life of your single and dual cable steering systems on your boat, to clean off the old grease, and then I'm going to replace it with that 219 and keep that steering system operating to maximum efficiency.
Although everything is being dominated by forward-facing sonar, it's important to remember all the tools you have in your boat. Combining side scan with a forward-facing sonar is extremely powerful. Using side scan to find structure and narrow down expansive bodies of water helps you eliminate dead space. Then use forward-facing sonar to target the fish in those areas.
Oh, I got him.
You finally take it?
Yeah, he's got it.
All right.
I got him.
Good one?
This is a big one.
Is it a giant?
Real big. I mean big.
You know, that's what lives here, bro.
Sucker.
Is it?
Nope.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's what we're after, buddy. Look at that one.
Nice job.
Crazy.
Desperate times, you know? Sometimes when...
He was hooked.
I think you actually hooked him on the keeper, on the jig.
How long did we look at this school of 10 walleyes?
You know,
Threw at them with glide baits, would not react.
flat, calm conditions, sometimes it's like we both looked at each other. It's time to throw a night crawler.
It's time
you know,
to throw a
sometimes it's
crawler.
just time to throw some meat at them.
30 feet of water, 3/16 ounce
school
jig,
fish, look
just
at
let
that.
it go to the bottom, let him look at it, and it took about 10-15 seconds and he finally bonk. So one of the areas I kind of look for on a map of deeper water, hard bottom areas, if you look here at what I've got going on, this is just our normal shoreline, steep break, but we have this little finger that sticks out probably 200 yards into the water column. And what I do is what I want to do is scan over the top of this with side view or side imaging to find out, all right, is it just a gravel bottom? Is there boulders on there? Now, if it's just gravel bottom, that's fine as well, but we usually look right around the very tip or where the transition is, where the gravel meets the mud. That's where you're going to find those schools midsummer. So we'll look at this little finger here and this is what it's going to look like on side imaging as we go across it. So what I'm looking for in these long points that come all the way off the shore is kind of where does the rock end. You can see off the right side I've got some rock going on here, and then off to the left side is just kind of a transition into sand and gravel. But what I'm looking for is like this right here, some of this hard or bigger boulders. Those bigger boulders are magnets for fish. You know, all this stuff looks the same, but those 4 or 5 bigger boulders is what's going to attract the fish. But also look at the deep end. Where does this transition all the way out into the basin? This edge right here you can see is kind of that gravel to mud transition line. Don't overlook that area as well. So you've got the shallow or big boulders, look at those, and then also look at the big deep transition off where it goes into the mud. There, we got the leader and another nice walleye in the net. Nick, this is so much fun. Just catching big walleyes, huh?
Boy, and pinned him right in the mouth.
Pliers.
Just got to get him out of the net a little bit here. Hooked him perfect. Right in the roof.
There you go. Nice fish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many fish on this little spot, and this is just a deep water, gravelly bottom. There's not even a boulder here, but it's the last deep point before it drops into the basin, and there's just packs of 10 and 12 swimming around.
Flat deep points seem to be the deal today.
It's crazy.
Nice fish. Off she goes.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Schaefer's Specialized Lubricant. Putting equipment first. Nitro Boats. Performance Fishing Boats. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Berkeley. Your fish, our science. Lowrance. The ultimate fishing system. And Power Pole. Total boat control. Hot topics, leading information and tackling techniques to make you a better angler. Presented by Mercury.
And I want to take a little bit of time and just simply talk about kicker motors. When I think about a kicker motor, what I want is something that is extremely precise in the low speeds. This is the 9.9 EFI Pro Kicker. What you really want, especially with trolling situations, is we're trolling in cold weather a lot. So good starting in bad conditions is something that I really want to see. And the EFI is going to give you that right there. But what they did with this new 9.9 is actually put it in a tiller handle version and a remote version. I've always preferred tiller handle for a couple reasons. If I'm fishing really sharp breaks, I want to have the ability to turn the boat in a heartbeat and stay on that break. Now what they also did, and I absolutely love, is they put the shifter back in the tiller handle. So you have your forward, your neutral, and your reverse. They kept one of the things that I feel is so important with these kicker motors, and that's the centering straps built into this Pro Kicker. Just like the past models, you'll see when you're trimmed up, it centers that motor for you. When I look at a kicker motor, I don't care if it pushes my boat 6 or 7 miles an hour. What I want it to do is be more precise in that 0.8 to 1.5 to maybe even up to 2.5 mile an hour zone, and that smaller pitch prop is going to do it. One of the other things that I look at is if you're fishing big water a lot, and hopefully it doesn't happen, but it's a second motor that you're able to get yourself in on if anything possibly would happen to your big motor. But the beauty is this new 9.9 EFI Pro Kicker has everything that you would want to make sure that even a big walleye boat like this catches as many fish for you as possible throughout the day.
Using different techniques for different structure types is the name of the game in northern Wisconsin.
How do you like that?
Doubled up. I got mine.
Look at that. How's that?
Oh, they're pretty close.
They're pretty
A little
close.
heavy.
Mine was eating a little bit more.
You got mine on a leech, you got yours on a crawler, but there was how many in there? Probably 14.
Yeah.
Mine. And there goes Nick's.
Generally, you're going to be able to catch lots of eater-class fish, but being in the right place at the right time has proven that big walleyes do exist in these northern Wisconsin lakes.
Oh, he smoked it.
You got 'em. Take your time, Nick. Those are 3 good ones down there. Oh yeah.
That's a good one. I haven't hardly moved him yet.
Does that feel good?
Feels like a good one.
There he is.
Got color. That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one, Nick. Come on.
Look at that.
Dude, that's a nice one.
These are some beautiful fish, buddy.
Oh, get them unhooked. We'll take a look at them.
He popped off in the net.
He did.
Yep.
Don't need the pliers.
You know, those big ones, you know, a lot of times on that jig wrap, they don't have the hooks in really good.
Look, that's a
Look at that.
stocky one.
Yeah, no, they're just gorgeous fish.
Yes, it is.
Look at him, he's posing for you.
I mean, what a day, huh?
Unbelievable.
I don't know how many big ones we caught, 10?
At least 10 of these size, this
Yeah.
class of fish, these beauties like that.
Bunch of little ones on the other end of the lake is 17 inchers, and we come up here and they're all big.
And you know what? We caught them doing just about everything today. That one, you know, glide bait, first nice one on a glide bait in a while. We've been kind of rotating through all these different techniques, and everything's working. It's
all
just
working.
shows when it's calm like this, you just have to be versatile up here and
Yeah,
get that one back in the water.
super fun show.
Yeah.
Glad we could share the boat for
Yeah, I
the
had a
first
great
time
time.
ever.
I
That
had
was
a
awesome.
great time. Thanks.
All right, buddy, let her go.
All right.
Woo.
All right. Got me right in the face.
Yeah, woo. Another big one. Switch up to a lead. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Real good one. I see him down there.
Oh yeah. That's what we're
Red hog.
Look at that. Northwoods beauty, huh?
Yeah, look at the conditions behind us.
Unbelievable.
Flat, calm, middle of summer. Once again, I had to go finesse on them because they're just not aggressive, and I threw a leech down on a jig and 30 feet of water and let them suck it in. And
How was that hook set? Kind of fun?
good.
Love that.
I mean, when you're catching 6-pounders, it's like, where else can you go up here and get these fish? It's so much
Just
fun.
awesome. What a dandy.
So much fun to
What a
catch.
dandy.
Crazy. Let her go. There's a bunch here.
Let's get another one.